Hey, so new owners are coming in, right? And my question to y'all for y'all before we get too far into today's video: who should be retained from this Dan Snyder era? We talking about media, we talking about front office, coaching staff, everything from the bottom up in today's video. So, sorry. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all be safe. Y'all stay healthy, and enjoy today's video. Y'all put God first. Stay safe on here. And song for the day for y'all, man. Chip on My Shoulder by Rod Wave. Go listen to that. That's off his ghetto gospel album back in 2019. Really dope album. But I'm gonna run a quick intro and we can get right to today's video. What's up with y'all, man? Welcome back to the Protest Boy. Your boy Tom back on another video. AG Teacher. Let's get right to today's video. All right, so we're gonna look at who should be retained from this Dan Snyder era, what the end of the Dan Snyder era, because a lot of guys from his era are long gone. Vinny Serrato, Mike Shanahan, Steve Spurrier. A lot of those guys are long out of this organization. Greg Williams, which was a good one, but even Gibbs 2.0, all those guys are long gone. But we got some remnants from the end of the Dan Snyder era, such as Ron Rivera, Martin Mayhew, Marty Herney, Jason Wright, the team president currently. Also, the media people like Julie Donaldson, Santana Moss, London Fletcher, guys like that. This goes on and on. The coaching staff, all that stuff. So let's start with the coaching staff. Who should be retained? Number one, I think if this season goes how it wants to go for the Commanders, especially offensively, then the number one guy you need to retain in the coach is Eric Bieniemy. I think Eric Bieniemy is a learn from one of the best, a disciple for one of the best in Andy Reid. I really believe that he's going to have this offense lit, whether it's throwing the ball, running the ball, all this, it's going to be growing pain. Shut up. I don't want to hear that. So offense might be lit. How lit? Don't know. But his offense should be lit, right? And I think we should score a bunch of points. Not like in the 30s, but 24 points a week. Some of that ilk, 23.5, some of that ilk, somewhere around there. And I think we're going to score a lot more points than we scored last year. We saw a flash with Winston and boys early in the season last year when the protection was right and everything else. We were scoring points. With a bum coordinator. So if the line holds up and this coordinator is better than the coordinator we had last year, which I believe, why can't we score more points? So that's the number one guy on coach staff you should retain is Eric Bieniemy. Number two, I mean, another guy you definitely should retain is the running backs coach, Randy Jordan, and his assistant, and Jennifer King. Both of those guys are a wonderful, wonderful woman, and Jennifer King and Randy Jordan, wonderful guy, wonderful woman. Both are really good coaches. They got these running backs running it hard. They run with violence. They run with tenacity. They run with all those things you want in a running back. A really good running back room, and they really get these guys going and get the best out these guys as runners. Also as pass catchers and also pass protectors. So I like the running backs coaches a lot, and I don't think they should be retained as well. And I think Eric Bieniemy will appreciate a good running backs coach, being a former running backs coach himself. So those are people on the offensive side of the ball. I think we definitely should retain. Don't know about wide receivers coach. I don't know about our quarterbacks coach, Tavia Pritchard, yet. We'll learn about him as Sam Howell continues to mature. So I'm going to take the TBD on out to be determined. But I do like Eric Bieniemy a lot. So I think anybody he brings in should really get the job done. And I think Tavia Pritchard will do a good job. I see it first. I know it'd be a little counterproductive me saying I think EB should be retained already. He hasn't called a play for the Commanders yet, but TBD on the quarterbacks coach. I've seen how the offense looks in Kansas City with Eric Bieniemy partly calling the shots, I guess, whatever you want to call it. So I kind of have a sneak preview of what EB is. So, but we'll see how he looks in DC though. But that's not the point. On the defensive side, Jack Del Rio, I'm iffy on. Jack Del Rio. Ryan Kerrigan should be retained, and Jeff Zaninga should be retained. I wish we kept Chris Harris our secondaries coach. I wish he had to go nowhere, but we'll see how our new secondaries coach does. The linebackers coach can go. I know he'll have a bunch of talent, bro. I don't know. He can go. He can go. Linebackers coach. Oh. And the secondary coach, I'm iffy on. But definitely want to retain Ryan Kerrigan, Jeff Z, Zeb Zoninga. I like both of those guys a lot. And I'm kind of iffy on Jack Del Rio at the moment. Ron Rivera should go if he can't make the playoffs this year. That's the stipulation key. His job is making the postseason. I'm kind of hoping he steps down. Shout out to one guy talking sports. He had a video about that, about Ron Rivera actually stepping down and hanging him up and allowing Airbnb to be the new head coach and let him be promoted. I think that's kind of a very dream scenario as well. But yeah, I think definitely Ron Rivera is on a hot seat. He probably will be gone after this season. Now let's get to the front office. All of them can go. Just all of them. Right? And I think you should bring someone that's familiar with Eric with Airbnb, and let him determine if Airbnb is the next head coach or not. But whole front office can go. They have had a few draft blunders I'm not a fan of. They've drafted solid players, but they have passed on really good players. That's my problem with our drafting lately. Outside of 2020, we have not had a great draft. 2021 was decent. Got 3 starters out of it with Derek Forrest, Jamin Davis, and that 2021 draft was actually pretty decent. That 22 draft, I'm a little iffy on. I like Jahan Dotson a lot. I'm a Han guy. I know I love me some Han. Like Brian Robinson. I think he's pretty solid. And we're going to wait on see on Sam Howell. If Howell hits, the draft is lit. That draft is insane. And then you really can't argue with it. But this year, reached on Forbes a little bit. We want to keep it being with you. The second round, I like Quan Martin a lot. It's my favorite pick in the whole draft. The third round was solid. Fourth round, a little iffy on Brandon Daniels. We'll see. Let's wait and see approach with him. The fifth round, well, I actually like KJ Henry. I don't love him, but I like him. I don't love the player, but I think he'd be solid. 6th round, 7th round, who really cares? I don't iffy on both of them. But well, actually, I like Chris Rodriguez. My rephrase. I actually like Chris Rodriguez. So we got a 6th round, right? Remember about Kentucky? Yeah, I like him. In the 7th round pick, well, if it's not Cameron Curl, then you're not going to probably hit the 7th round. So that's kind of that, right? Next, something I want to talk about is upper management. So like team president, things of that nature. I like Jason Wright, actually. I don't love Jason Wright, but I do like Jason Wright. I like Jason Wright. I think if he sticks to the media side of things and teams up with Julie Donaldson, I think that camaraderie is good. You can keep on the media side. But we do need we need a split team president role. One specifically for the football side and one specifically off the field. I like Jason Wright off the field. Now he's had his blunders with the name and all that crap. He's effed up. I'm not saying he's perfect, bro. He's definitely has had his faults in DC. I'm not denying it. But I do like his charisma. I like the way he carries himself as a man, and I respect him. I think he's a heck of a guy. I think he's a guy that if he could just focus on one thing, and I think with Dan out the way, I think he'll be better than he was before. So I like Jason Wright as maybe make him a new role, maybe like president of team media or something like that. Give him a specific role that's not actually the team president. If I hire a team president that knows football and that can do football things, and then you hire that guy, right? Keep the whole media team. I love the media team. They have been great. Keep the media team, please. They have been outstanding since 2020. Shout out to them. They have been great. I love the media coverage. I love the draft coverage. Everything has been great from Julie Donaldson and her crew over there on that side. They have been great. Now, the people that are doing the streaming need some better internet service. But outside of that, it's been solid. I've liked what they've done. They've done a great job outside of having better internet. But they've been pretty good. Shout them. Keep them around. But those are people should retain. So Eric Bieniemy, our coach already named. Get rid of the whole front office. Get them out of here. They're all terrible. Maybe who's the head of scouting? I don't know who the head of scouting is, but GM and assistant GM and all they can all go. I don't think they're good. I'm sorry. I'm not a Marty Mayhew guy. I'm not a Marty Herney guy. Marty Herney used to hit some first round picks, but outside of that, he's not been great on hitting on draft picks. And Marty Mayhew has made a ton of blunders in his time in Detroit. And has had his share of blunders here. He's drafting Fedarian Mathis instead of go get a linebacker. Instead of drafting Emmanuel Forbes, maybe trading down and get extra picks and then draft him later. I'm not saying you had to pick Christian Gonzalez, but get out of 16. And I don't want to hear that you could not get out of 16. That is bull S-H-I-T. That's bull S-H-I-T. I don't want to hear that. That's bull crap. You're lying to me. You're capping. Don't cap to me. I'm really him. I can see through it. We couldn't get out of 16. You didn't want to get out of 16. You want Emmanuel Forbes, and you ain't care if the value wasn't there. You just want Emmanuel Forbes. That's cool. But see, if you get out of 16 and go draft him later. He was going to be probably in the 20s. You could have waited, bro. And got some extra draft capital. You did it. You passed him Chris Olave. Go get Jahan. Why could you just wait on Forbes? If he taking. Okay, cool. Go get Banks. Y'all were that thirsty for a ball hawk? The Cowboys got Trayvon Diggs in the second round. Nothing. He's already got 20-something interceptions in his career already. He a second round pick. So I expect that from Forbes. At least. Give me 20 picks in the first 3 seasons. Because that's what Trayvon Diggs got. He got 20 picks already. He got a nice little bit of interception. He was a second round pick. You've been drafted in the first round. So it's just stuff like that. Like, bro, another example. In 2022, I like to trade down. I didn't mind drafting Han. But what my thing is, see if you can extract more at that 16th pick and then move down even more and still get Han. I think you would got Han in the 20s. But you never know. You never know. But I think you could have tried it. Try to see if you can get more out of it. So it's just, I don't like this front office. Get them out of here. It's just they don't extract the most value out their draft picks, and they don't get the best value out their draft picks. Get them out of here. Keep the media team. Keep Jason Wright. Make him the head of media or something, and go get an actual team president, and then go from there. Then everything else should fall into place. So I've asked what you should do, who they should retain. What are your thoughts on this? I know it's a long-winded video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment on your thoughts on this one. Y'all be safe. And I'll catch y'all next video. Peace and bless to all of y'all. Until next time. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.